Hey guys, greetings from sunny Phoenix, Arizona. Um, I actually didn't want to tape this video. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna tape it anyway. Anyway, um, it's been pretty great out here. It's been awesome. Um, there are a lot of transients. I get a transient sort of demographic or dynamic here. Um, there are a lot of people that will, that are willing to have casual conversation, engage, which is very nice, and then just kind of go along their business, which is pretty gratifying. Not much of a culture shock, but people again are very excitable and folkly, so to speak. Uh, Aside from that, the reason why I'm here is because I really wanted to get some sort of a respite as far as what's going on in the state of California, my home state. Um, you can turn off this video right now and click to other videos that are addressing what's going on there. That's a completely different video, completely different conversation. Comment, don't comment below. Either way, I just wanted to be out here because I booked the flight. It was an attractively affordable uh, route to take, and it was the next state over. Now, upon arriving here, I find out that my card was compromised and or stolen. So I had to address that situation. And then going into said topic right now, when traveling, please always have a plan B, because you never know when something, you might get into a pickle, you might get into a jam or a situation where you know the things that you intended to kind of just sort of flow and kind of respond to your energy doesn't really pan out that way. So I had to learn really quickly. And again, this is nothing new in sort of the traveling universe. Things will happen that will entice one to be a little bit more vigilant and sort of alert. So I had to deal with that situation, and fortunately, as I always do, uh, I always bring at least some sort of resources or backup funds in order to make sure that my, that if something goes awry or whatever, I've got it covered. So that's one thing that one should do or exercise when um, proceeding to travel. So always have a backup financially, mentally as well. One thing I've had to do out here is hydrate, 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 and it's been a trip. So um, yeah, so California, where I'm going to eventually return to in a few days and or hours. Yeah, I get why people are making the decisive choice to leave, to go someplace else where they can, at this point, practically exist, if for lack of a better term. But you know, being someone who's lived there for at least 13 years or more, and invested my time and energy into um, being there and dealing with the arduous tasks of surviving and existing and prospering there, um, it's something that I've planted roots in. It's something. It's a region that I have a pretty real attachment to. I could live someplace like Phoenix easily. I would enjoy the casual conversations I'm able to have with people, as opposed to maybe where I'm in LA, um, where people are a little bit more focused on um, being in the forefront of handling entrepreneurship and that sort of forward thinking, you know, and mad respect to that. But I could I could definitely do some, definitely I could see Phoenix. However, I'm not a big fan of the heat and the extreme, or at least in most cases, the extreme temperatures here. Because I mean, it could get up to like 115 degrees out here, and then a low of like 50 degrees or 49 degrees or something like that. I mean, a little bit above freezing in most cases. Look it up. Um, but again, California, even though it's dealing with a lot of issues, situations, or whatever, it's my spot. Need I say more? It's my spot, and I'm the type of person who's grown up to not flee adverse situations. More or less, address them, attack them, correct them, and move forward. That's just the way that I was raised. Again, I lived in days of yore in a society where we didn't need, again, devices to do just about everything. And I think a lot of our compliance in dealing with the situations of where we are now has to do with a lack of faith in oneself, a lack of initiative. Okay, we don't need those devices to do everything. We didn't need them in times past, and we don't need them now. And we definitely don't need elected people, dare I say it, telling us again how to function. Okay, and you entrepreneurials will probably identify and at least agree with me, or at least appreciate this opinion. You know, anyone who has set up a business or an organization knows that, they didn't need someone who, quite frankly, whose only job was to, if not being an attorney and not practicing anything, but rich people that literally don't know how, who's never, changed oil, who's never dug a ditch, who's never, having to serve a party of 15 at a restaurant. They can't dictate how it is to run an establishment that someone who has taken the experience living in that world prior has applied to an actual business. You know, I think it's morally and just chronically wrong to tell people that they cannot establish or continue to pay their employees and exist as a business in any capacity. And whether or not, if you presume it's for the greater good, that's just not the way to go about it. There's way more going on with these restrictions than just the actual reason why these restrictions exist. I see a lot more people distancing themselves from each other. I see a lot more people not responding to each other. And by the way, one needs some sort of stimulus or contact with one another. Okay, as a matter of fact, it releases endorphins, I believe, when you actually engage or embrace someone or hug someone. And by having a handful of people cut that sort of, have this sort of depravity or jurisdiction or reach to tell people that they cannot be human and engage each other, that's pretty sadistic and sort of benign. I'm not exaggerating. That's really sickening. And I hope that everyone in jest will acknowledge that sort of frame of reference and sort of question it. Not sort of, question it. Because there is a piece of paper, there I say it, that was established so that we could gather, we can enjoy liberty, happiness, and of course, being gathered. I think I've rambled on enough. This video is going up to 10 minutes. Wow. But I just want to say to all of you, be happy, be sane, be rational, and most importantly, be awesome. Peace.